This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Luck. Some people have it, some don't. It plays a huge role in how successful someone is. Just look at Aladdin. 1 minute, street urchin. Then he finds one old dinged-up brass lamp, and the next thing you know, royalty. Not everyone is willing to admit the role of luck. In fact, many of those who have had the most luck also have the biggest ego investment in denying its existence. A multi-billionaire with bad hair recently said that you shouldn't pay attention to where a rich person started, but to where they ended up. Of course, this particular multi-billionaire started with an 8-figure inheritance. Probably the biggest role luck has played in your life is the country, the family, and the socioeconomic class that you were born into. You didn't control those things, you did nothing to deserve them, yet they determined your launching pad in life. And for those of us not born at the top of the heap, let's all take a moment to mourn. Aw. Now, since we're clearly in a position to listen to a podcast, let's all take a moment to celebrate, because there are a few billion people on the planet who were born into way, way worse circumstances than any of us. Okay, now that that's over, it turns out that once birth is out of the way, some people are lucky and some aren't. This isn't, well, luck. There are things that you can do that make you more likely to find opportunity. Luck isn't supernatural. First, the bad news. Luck doesn't seem to have to do with spirit guides, angels, or crystals. That kind of makes sense, if you think about it. If you were an angel and you could make luck happen on demand, would you share it? Of course not. You'd use it to luckily find an entire Oreo ice cream cake in your freezer every single morning, and, luckily, you wouldn't gain weight from eating the whole thing in one sitting. And, let's be clear, we never see Oreo ice cream cake in paintings of angels, therefore, sadly, it's proof positive that angels won't be handing out luck anytime soon. But you can make your own luck. Green Growing Things Plant Store has a new intern, Chris, spelled X-R-I-S. Chris was a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army and just returned from a tour of duty in Iraq. We are deeply appreciative of the people who are willing to serve our country, and Chris had the good fortune to find us for an internship to help the transition into civilian life. Only Chris made their own luck. One of the things that scientists found is that lucky people are more observant. They look around. Scientists invited people to lunch and first, accidentally, dropped money on the sidewalk outside the cafe where they were meeting. People who described themselves as lucky noticed the money and picked it up. People who thought of themselves as unlucky didn't even notice. To start becoming more lucky, scan your environment more. Simply notice what's going on around you. Turn off the cell phone and pay attention to the world. And when opportunity does knock, you'll notice, and you'll be able to jump on it. Chris spotted an issue of Carnivorous Plants Quarterly while raiding a terrorist training camp, and picked it up. After the mission, they took time to read the issue back in the barracks, and that sparked the idea of buying a Venus flytrap to help keep the barracks free of flying insects. Chris began making luck by being observant. Conversations create luck. Talk about the areas that you want luck in. I'm always amazed when somebody has a burning hope or dream and they never mention it. When you talk about where you want to go in life, luck happens because people actually help you get there. Once back in civilian life, Chris talked to everyone who would listen about the virtues of Venus flytraps for natural organic pest control, including the mail delivery person, whose response unexpectedly was that they had just delivered mail to the local Venus Flytrap Appreciation Society. Oh, Chris was ecstatic to learn about the club, and it would never have happened if it weren't for the conversation. Talking to people creates luck. And who you talk to matters. When you're talking to people who don't share your interest, like the mail person, they might be able to point you to people who do. And when you're talking to people who do share your interest, you're building the connections that could lead to luck. When Chris started hanging around the Venus Flytrap Appreciation Society, suddenly they were having conversations with dozens of people who shared their interests and knew different things. And in almost every case, at some point, someone praised the rapidly growing chain of plant stores that specialize in the coveted carnivorous Audrey 2s. Taking action creates luck. So Chris took action by picking up the phone and calling the store and just asked, are there any openings? And the answer was yes. The answer might have been no, but if you don't take action, you'll never know. Be grateful for the luck that wasn't under your control. And then take it as far as you can by looking around everywhere you go for opportunity. Talk about the things you care about and connect with people who care about the same things. And when opportunity does knock, you'll be ready to jump. Sure, it will appear to be quote-unquote luck, but it's luck that you made. And now, I'm going to go surprise Chris by brightening up their new office. They have so many knickknacks. There's this old dinged-up brass lamp that they brought back from Baghdad, and I think I'll just give it a quick once-over with some polish. Won't they be surprised? I'm Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I run programs to help people develop the business skills they need to create an extraordinary life in an extraordinary company. If you want to know more, visit steverrobbins.com, or you can join my personal mailing list by texting Get It Done to 33444. You'll also get a free copy of my secret book chapter on how to build relationships that help you succeed. Work less, do more, and have a great life.